First of all, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know it looks a little, but I have two very important things to get off my chest today as we try to move into, different things. Now, if you only know me from Genshin Impact, you might not know that I covered other games before this. Brave Exvius, War of the Visions were among two of them. I originally, before even made content for, a living on YouTube, I did some other stuff, FF11, Record Keeper, all of that's fine. But no matter what content I made, I always try to do two different things. I try to be entertaining as well as personable with a little bit of my personality shining through, but I always try to balance that with strategical gameplay-based opinions. Now, there are always going to be opinions, and I've always had this sort of flair on the channel. I've always given you what the character does, how I feel about that character, how I want to play with that character, or maybe I don't want to play with that character. I'm always there to arm you with different facts as well as rationales for you to think about, and then maybe go and balance that against something somebody else says, and then come back. And that's what I think is the best thing that I can do to serve you as a creator of content for any game. And so as we move forward right now, traditionally, we're moving a little bit away from Genshin as we wait for Fontaine, checking out some other stuff like Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves. Maybe we'll check out Diablo 4 when that comes out. I don't really know what I want to do right now because, I'm at a complete loss because as the title says, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Now, like I said before, I did cover other games before Genshin Impact. The one that I covered right before that was a combination of Brave Exvius as well as War of the Visions. And while they were much smaller titles than Genshin Impact and the great things that happened during the release of that game, as far as exploding into an entirely new audience of people that were willing to consume content on the channel, something very scary happened, and I'm afraid of it happening once again, and we're gonna get into that right now. As you can see, as I transitioned over from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius into Genshin Impact content, I got a lot more views than before, which was quickly followed by this video here of YouTube is canceling me, followed by a little while later stealing from creators after I got a little bit more analytical data about what was going on. So what was happening is as I started covering Genshin Impact, which was a new game for my channel, my audience demographics shifted as they always would. Maybe they were a little bit younger. Maybe the locations of a lot of players who were interested in the channel were different than those of before. Maybe I had less from the United States, more from the Philippines, or maybe more from China. Wherever it may be, it was a little bit different. And what happened to me was that they did, and when I say they, I mean YouTube, refunded all of the money that I made on those videos and flagged every single viewer as an invalid viewer. They thought everyone was a bot and they stood by that. And I'm worried that might happen once again. And this has always been a continuous struggle on this channel for some reason with the powers that be at YouTube, which is why it's so scary. Do I start a new channel? Is it gonna happen again? Do I give up on everything I've built here? And this played a huge part of my depression and downfall from 2021 into 2022 as it happened once again, and I did not have the ability to cover it then either. I'm at an absolute loss for what I should do. And so I don't even know why I'm making this outside of just letting you know that I am terrified beyond belief once again that this channel could just be wiped out from the face of the earth. And after I've come back in 2023, it has been, a big struggle once again. I've taken a break from 2021 and 2022, but during that downtime, I was able to come back bigger and stronger. I learned more editing techniques, and I've been testing them out recently. The content that I make now, outside of this video, because, it's not going to be edited that well, I have something in surprise for you tomorrow. It's just objectively infinitely better than it was before. And I can't wait to showcase that stuff as we move into other audiences. Maybe you'll be playing Genshin Impact, and maybe those players did before, into Honkai Star Rail or Diablo or Wuthering Waves or whatever other game it is that we decide to cover. But let me just show you some of the degeneracy that I've been having to deal with from the YouTube customer creator support team. And I don't use the word degeneracy lightly. You could even say that it's pretty vile and sometimes downright evil as to the responses that you can get back from the support team. I have pages and pages and pages of emails to different support team members showcasing the different analytical discrepancies that make no sense on this channel, showcasing them retroactively, taking away all revenue starting October of 2020 and how it's negatively affected the channel since then. All I've ever received back for them are generic copy and pasta responses with links to showcase how to use analytics in general when they can't even understand what it is that I'm showing them. And it's not like I'm being a jerk about it. I'm just showing them analytical data in the nicest way possible and asking for an explanation. Well, data-driven feedback would be appreciated. However, I've never seen any of that. The best I've gotten is, well, your channel's working, just trust me, bro. And then I get a fill out the support team thing here. I've been doing this for multiple years, and this is some of the data that I've shown them. From missing revenue to my videos being showcased to an audience demographic that has no interest in what I'm covering, whether it be Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail in the future is what I'm worried about. And we're talking about multiple instances, almost every single time where the videos, my videos are being showcased to the audience anyways, are on some 50 to 60 view video in a language that I don't even cover. And that's all that I really get from suggested videos in my analytical feedback. In my latest endeavor to get something out of the support team, I've been bounced back and forth between multiple members, and well, they eventually accidentally revealed to me that they've been using a robot the entire time. Something we all knew, so let's take a look at this. This is Mara, and I've been giving her different analytical sources, URLs, and pictures showcasing the analytical graphs that don't make any sense, asking for some sort of feedback to explain it whatsoever. As you can see in the small little clips down here, we have different drop-offs where the thing will just hit and then go straight sideways all the way back to in 2020, where my CPM was dropped to 0 for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then I never really recovered from that afterwards. After that CPM fell off, it never came back. They told me everyone was a robot, and afterwards my impressions slowly fell down over time, no matter how good my actual statistics on a video was. And the only thing, once again, that I would receive is generic responses about what average view duration is, what impressions are. Nothing to actually sort of concretely answer any question that I had. Any data that I gave the support team was flat out ignored, and I thought they were starting to use a bot because, like, obviously they're using a robot. So little did I know that when Vaughn stepped in and eventually Noel stepped in, which made me think that maybe someone there has it out for me, considering that we're, well, Genshin Impact Noel mains on the channel. And I was responding to Noel, and she responded back to me with this great email. Hi Josh, hope this email finds you well. This is Noel stepping in for the team. Apologize for the late response. Our system has detected some invalid traffic on your channel, which could negatively impact your revenue. We take the issue of invalid traffic very seriously, and we want to ensure that our platforms remain fair and transparent for all creators. YouTube has sophisticated algorithms and processes in place to detect invalid traffic on channels. Invalid traffic refers to views, clicks, or other interactions with videos that are artificially generated or not genuine. Please note that if we find that invalid traffic has impacted your video impressions, we may have to remove or adjust some of your metrics, which could result in a decrease in the visibility of your videos. We understand the importance of video impressions to your channel's growth and success, and we want to do everything we can to ensure that you have the best chance at reaching your audience. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to support you and help navigate this issue. And this is a response to the original question that I had, as well as complaint from way back in 2020, where after they flagged a whole bunch of viewers as invalid traffics and bots and whatever it is that you want to use, they thought you were all fake coming into Genshin Impact as I covered a new game. And this is exactly what happened. I saw a direct decrease in the visibility of my videos. I was getting multiple comments saying that their notifications are on, they're subscribed. They can't find me on the watch page. They can't find me on the subscriber page. They can't find me anywhere. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know, finally it looks like we have somebody at least acknowledging that yes, it is a thing. But if you go to the second part of their email here, you can see, hi, partner name. Thanks for reaching out. I'm sorry to hear you have trouble with your account. It looks like monetization has been disabled. This is literally just a copy pasta script from the YouTube support team that they accidentally left in the footer down here and emailed to me. This was the last time I saw Noel, in which case either Noel changed her bot name back to Vaughn, or Noel promptly got fired and removed from the team for having this little slip up. Because as I responded back to her, giving her the notification that that email, we need to move forward with that. While it is nice to finally have someone acknowledge that there is invalid traffic there, that's nothing that I can see on my side or any other creator can see. So if you have the analytical data to share with me, how many people are flagged as invalid, where they're from, everything that I could use to help resolve this problem with you and help you get to the bottom of it, that would be amazing. In which case they regard and come back to, "Hi Josh, thanks for reaching back. This is Vaughn stepping in for Noel." And as you can see here, absolutely nothing here acknowledges ever again that there's invalid traffic on this channel or any sort of feedback as to what I should do about it, outside of if I see invalid traffic, I should report it. Even though I can't see it in any way on the channel, it's my responsibility to report it to them so that they can remove it, even though they've told me that they can't track that data anymore and it's out of their hands. In which case I responded back, "Hello, thank you. Let's see if we can escalate this to somebody." And then the ticket for the third time was closed. This is the third time I've tried to contact somebody, and the third time I've gotten no answers, a bunch of hullabaloo garbage, and told to go kick rocks. So pardon me if I'm not just a little bit frustrated and upset with the YouTube community support team, and I will be putting this to the creator support team on Twitter. If you can see that there, throw that up there, let them see it so we all know how garbage they really are and how little they care to anyone who's actually suffering from a problem. Unless you have millions of subscribers, nothing's going to get done. And as for me, I'm going to be moving forward. We're going to be covering Honkai Star Rail real soon. Hopefully as energetic as usual on this channel with all the information so you can make the decisions with the characters that you want to play with in the best ways that those characters can work for you. I'm also going to get back into streaming on twitch.tv because I already see it. You should diversify your income, 100% correct. We're going to try to get back in on Twitch. If you want to see that stuff down there, twitch.tv/Joshua Jones is where it's going to be, because I did just change my channel name. I am doing everything that I can to try to get out and away from whatever this is outside of making a brand new channel, which is something that we may have to do, even though it's entirely out of my control. Until then, guys, stay safe out there, have fun, and I'll catch you in the next one.